Hi guys, this is your PSYCHICLJ reporting for the United Kingdom. Well, tonight we're going to look deep down into my looking glass. So I want you all to sit back and relax and let's see what's going on for the month of June. Now, everybody who follows me on Twitch knows that I do world predictions sometimes twice a week. And I deep dive, so anybody who isn't on Twitch, you can check out my link in the description of this video. I'll leave it. So I tend to really deep dive down, and I've been on Twitch for well over a year now, and I think you'll enjoy it. Anyway, let's see what's going on for the month of June. Now, I did say in my last world predictions, I don't know if I said it on here or it was on Twitch, maybe it's over the last few weeks, that things are going to get pretty heated around the Republican Party. Remember, I don't take sides, right? I look at it from the middle, and I am very proud of that. I've got followers from both sides, and I'm in no clique, no cult. I am just here to show you what I see in my looking glass. So, without further ado, I'm going to have a look now. Now, as you know, that my last world predictions, I said that things are going to get heated with the Republican Party, and we've just had all the hoo-ha, what's just happened with Peter Navarro, and I think it's going to be a pretty crazy week, guys. So, hold on to your hats, especially with this January the 6th investigation. I think it's going to get pretty nasty. What am I saying? I do feel this is going to get very complicated, and I've been seeing this for a while. It's going to be like uncovering all sorts of stuff. I've always said that I could see like mob-like situations, which was all going to come out. This is going to be bigger than Watergate. Is it Watergate? Yeah, Watergate. I can see it's going to get really nasty. So I think it's going to start off on Thursday, I believe. But I just think that by the end of the week, into next week, it's going to get really crazy. I'm getting the numbers 14, 15, 19, 20 and 21. So maybe there is some big news coming out around about that time. I also said on my last world predictions on Twitch that I felt that, well, actually it was a few weeks ago before this came out with Putin, that things weren't right there. And I'm not so sure, because the crystal ball showed me that he has got what the media has seen he's got. I keep getting poisoning with him, or something's not quite right there. So maybe he's watched for more stuff to come out there. As you know, it's been all hyped up all across the news with Musk and Amber Heard. And I said in my last world predictions on Twitch that we haven't heard the last of it all. Possibly it's going to go, there's going to be another court case. I don't know if it's going to have something to do with the UK. But I'm also can see Musk very strong in this crystal ball tonight, and I see definitely scandals to come out there. Okay, and there's a big question mark to do with, is he Amber Heard's baby's daddy? So possibly watch for more stuff to come out with that. As you know, we've been having celebrations over here in the UK, and I did say that there was going to be huge news, what was going to come out around about that time. And I just feel that everything's starting to fall into place. We've had the big news, what's come out with Peter Navarro, everything what's being talked about now to do with court cases. And I said the court cases would come out round about that time or just after. So that's starting to fall into place. We just have to keep our feet firmly on the ground, guys. Remember, you are the masters of your destiny. And you all need to put your crowns back on your heads. Remember, everything to do with politics is all a divide. And it's like this movie, what's all playing out, and it's all starting to unravel. Remember, politics, I believe, is the same penny, two different sides, and the media play a lot to do with this. But what I'm getting very strongly is that we have learned so much over the last couple of years with everything what's been happening. And this is about empowering us. This is what the Great Awakening is about. So each and every one of you need to put your crowns back on your head and look deep within. This is what the Great Awakening is about. It's not about what side you bat on within politics. It's about doing the deep work on yourself. This is what it's about. So if you feel things are getting too much, you need to take that step back and look deep within, because this is where we can't cover over the cracks. If you paint over the cracks, they always come back. We are healing deep wounds from past lives as well. And also we are healing ancestor lineages as well. Okay. So this month, I believe, is going to be huge. June is going to be huge. And I do feel that all of this year, there's going to be crazy weather. I said on Twitch that there was going to be possibly big news in around the Caribbean. I'm getting Bermuda. And I am getting the sea. I'm seeing the sea. I'm also seeing the Pacific. And I'm seeing the Atlantic. And I'm seeing possibly we could get some crazy earthquakes this year. 6.8s and even 7, even into the 7s. That's what I feel what's coming. There's a big one to hit Japan, so please be careful to all my viewers out there. And I'm also feeling that where I feel there could be an earthquakes to come into the US, I am getting the sea very strong, which could affect the sea, but I'm also seeing smoke in the sea. It's like an event what could come off, and a situation that could rise, and I'm getting the east, right? So where I'm seeing the east, it could be around the east part of the USA. I'm feeling around that area. People have to be careful for, say, tornadoes, earthquakes, that type of thing, like Tennessee. And I'm also getting a state beginning with the letter M, and I'm also seeing Louisiana. We're still not over all these shootings, and I just think everything's playing out 3D. So even though these terrible events are going off, I do believe there's more to it, but what I do believe that it's going to take a long time before everything clears up. All right. So what else am I saying? Okay. So I feel round about the 13th of June. Yeah, that's right. I'm feeling there's going to be a release of a pressure flower. And it's capping everything off. It's coming out of Saturn Square. And I believe round about the 13th, Mercury is going Gemini. So it's going to be a good time for us to take our power back. It's for light workers to take their power back. It's a new understanding. So I predict that there's going to be a mass rise of light workers and new creators to come onto social media. And possibly these could be like the second wave of the Earth Volunteers. Okay. But I'm getting this song, The Power of Love. And I believe that there's a lot of light workers what's going to meet their soulmates. Remember, they've been held back from work for all these years. And as we're in this great awakening and we start to do self-work on ourselves in our work, we will meet up with old souls that we've known before in past lives. The stock market, it's a bit up and down. But I still believe it's a good time to be in crypto. And I do believe round about the middle of the month, we're going to have a bit of a erratic up and down there. But round about the 14th, the full moon, I do feel that there's some huge news coming out. And I'm also getting gas and oil, and I'm getting Texas. More news to come out with Texas and Vegas. I believe the full moon's going to be in Saggy. But with Saturn retrograde as well this month, it's going to bring a lot of huge news out, okay? And it could be around about any time from the 13th onwards, definitely by the 14th full moon, because it's healing old wounds, okay? And I'm definitely feeling that there's a lot of leaks to come out. So I believe next week's going to be huge. and definitely connected to do with around American politics. So, and I feel it's like spewing out. It's a lot of released new info. And I'm getting the word delusion. It's releasing delusions. It's releasing negative energy. And it's like, I see sort of like a jigsaw puzzle, and it's piecing it all back together again. But I did say this. I said that there was a lot of people around Mr. T, and I felt that there's a lot of stuff to come out with him. Okay, so what I feel very strongly is that it's going to start to hit a peak. Okay, this by the end of this week and definitely into next onwards. And the following week's just going to be crazy manic. I don't know how long this is going to go on for, but it's going to be quite a court case. So what I feel very strongly is, and I've been saying this for a while, it's like the race to the finishing line. There's information to come out which is going to be shocking, absolutely shocking. And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't know how he's going to get out of this one. I really don't. But then I feel it's as if that the Republicans are coming out with stuff as well. And I just get like a bit of like a heavy weight over Durham. It's like there's a lot of blocks there for him. But where I feel there's going to be a twist with all of this, and like I've been saying this for a while, there's a woman to come into play. And I don't know if she's coming in with this January the 6th committee investigation, or it's to do with something else. But there's a lot of information to come out between now and the end of July. There's a woman to come into play, and remember, she's going to also leak information, but there's going to be a backfiring on this, so watch for this. I'm seeing food in this crystal ball, and I just feel that we need to prep. I'm not saying this to panic. I don't mean panic buy, but I just feel we definitely need to prep. And my ball is showing me seeds, so maybe if you're into gardening, or try it out. But I definitely feel it's something well worth purchasing, just in case. Okay, I feel where there could be there's more food shortages to come in, and I feel there could be to do with flour, oil, stuff like that. And I've been seeing this for a while. You know, this is there's more going on with this. It's like you've got the old system falling, and you've got the new system building. So where you've got the good guys, they're trying to make it as smooth as transition as possible, but then you've got the bad guys who want to take everything over, okay, so they can control humanity. I feel it's as if like there's this war still battling on 3D behind the scenes, do you know what I mean? But what I do feel is that everything to do with the food chain is there's going to be some scandals to come out there, so we need to watch for that. And it's paving the way for New Earth for the future, because I predict into the future there's going to be, schools are going to be, children are going to be told a lot different. They're going to be taught a lot different, should I say. They're going to be shown how to grow vegetables and stuff like that, how to self-survival, all that type of thing. So I'm getting around about the 24th. It's going to be quite a month for, I believe by the 24th there's going to be a lot of information what's going to be out. And it's going to, I feel one court case is going to move into another 2 or 3 court cases. I don't know if they're connected, right? But my ball is showing us that 1, 2, 3. So I feel there's a lot of information to come out, and there's going to be shocks, which is going to sort of hit world news around about the 23rd, the 24th to the 25th. So watch for that. I'm sure that's around about June solstice. But there's a definite new understanding coming in for humanity, and I've been seeing this for a while. There's going to be problems to do with the Republican Party, and there's going to, as we know, there's a divide, and it's going to get bigger. So watch for shocks coming out here, guys. And there's going to be a lot of blaming and tit for tat. There's definitely a shift going on with timelines here, and there's new souls entering into our life. And it's definitely a time for meeting soulmates. Remember, we're releasing old energy, and we're healing ancestors. It's a very sensitive time that we are in at the minute. So it's very important that we all keep grounded. It's very important. I'm seeing boats with big news, and I'm seeing something about an explosion. To do with a large flat-roofed building. We'll have to stay vigilant, especially for people, my fellow friends over in the USA, with everything what's happening. But I'm feeling something about an inbuilt area. And I'm saying it could be to do with around New York or an inbuilt area, like a busy city. But I'm also getting a town, a state beginning with the letter M. And I'm also getting the letter P with big news to come out as well. I just want to send healing, protection out to all the children over there. Children globally, but especially to do with everything what's happening with the shootings and everything. Okay. Right. June is definitely a huge month. So it's like Gaia. Remember Gaia, Mother Earth? She's a conscious being. And she's resetting. So there's going to be some crazy weather. I predict we're going to have a blazing hot summer. I can see people in New York and globally, Europe, UK, nearly passing out with the heat. It's going to be crazy depending on where you live in the globe. And then I feel by the end of the year, where it's the Australian summer for them, I believe that there possibly could be fires or worries to do with bushfires, because I can see sort of the kangaroos running and the little koala bears being saved. I feel it's as if that it's extreme weather. And then when you're going into the end of the year, I feel we're going to get really cold snowstorms. But I just think it's everything resetting. Everything. Okay? And I just believe that I'm seeing Africa. I'm seeing Africa really, really strong. And I've said this before, I can see all the animals running. All the lions and the elephants and the giraffes. Why am I getting that? As you know that, all this clearing up across the planet, and there's a lot of corruption what goes on in Africa. But I'm sort of seeing like panic over there and people queuing, trying to get out. India as well, big changes coming in for India. Australia is going to be interesting. And I don't believe that we're out the woods yet with things like lockdowns and things like that. It's like there's something else coming. I'm just feeling it. And I said this a few months ago. I said that there was going to be like this disease with like these spots or scabs and I don't know if it's the monkeypox I'm picking up or it's something else, but we're not out the woods yet, guys. We're not. It's like it's one thing after another. Watch for huge news coming out with Putin. And I'm sort of seeing a colonel around him or somebody who's behind him who's far worse than him. I'm very worried about Turkey and I can't put my finger on it. I see problems with Turkey with Russia. And also watch out for big news coming out with Zelensky as well. But going back to this what's happening in the USA, oh my God, it's just going to be huge. And I'm preparing you for this, guys, just watch for all sorts of information to come out. Like I've always been saying this for a while, it's the race to the finishing line. And there's different timelines going on here as well. I just feel when everything clears up, it's the case of people are going to be quite shocked what's going to come out. But it's the younger generation I believe, what's going to change America. And there's new America to come in. That's what I believe. I believe this very strong. But I'm just seeing like all sorts of corruption just starting to unfold. And you've got to understand, as well, guys, that everybody is playing out their soul contracts on earth. It's all about karma. Some people come to the planet to heal, to change the world, to teach, to tell. And there's always like massive changes every 1,000 years, and we're coming into this again. We are healing our own pain that we have to release, and we are also healing ancestral roots. This is why everything's kicking off around the world, guys, and especially in the United States. Guys, it's like we're in Atlantis. I'm going back to Africa again, and I do music prophecies, right? And I'm getting the song, I don't know if you guys remember it, Africa by Toto. Could you guys remember that? I'm getting the lyrics. Hurry boy, she's waiting for you. Yeah, my goodness me, I can't even sing. Bless the rain down in Africa. Right, there's droughts coming. There's worry coming. Extreme weather from one polar opposite to another. They're telling us bless Africa. So there's going to be dry up. There's going to be worry. There's going to be worry with water. Into the future, there's a new bridge what's going to be built, and it's a global bridge, and it's going to help the people of Africa, and there's going to be a lot of trade to come, the new jobs, everything. But definitely in Atlantis. And I'm getting it like this Atlantis goddess coming through here. She's glowing with golden hair. And she says we need to take time to reflect, because what's coming in, it's something what's coming in from overseas. It's huge, and it's gonna stall we, and we're gonna need time to reflect. And like the lyrics to Africa, to do the things we never had before. That is what I'm getting. But where there's negative, there's positive. This is huge, guys. Big news coming in from Africa. I mean, I normally look on no more than 2 years. So if this doesn't make sense by the end of the year, it'll definitely make sense in the first half of next. But it's like everything what's being played out now, it's given us time shoots to take back our power. We as a human race are taking back our power on earth. Everything's going to change. I don't believe for one moment that the banks are going to go down. I don't. I believe that there's going to be scandals with banks, and some may, but I believe that we will come through this, and there will be like this roaring 20s again. You know, when it's all, we're going to have a food shortage, we're going to have problems with gas. It's the old economy. It's that there's a switch over. But we will still have, we're going to go digital. I'm telling you now, we're going to go digital. But we will have more choice into the future with more crypto stuff coming out. And new ways of making money. It's different what's coming in. And there's a new cryptocurrency to come in, and it's actually going to boom. I'm getting like a red colour. Watch for that coming out. I mean, I'm not an expert on it. Where my guide's shown us on my crystal ball, it just shows where if it goes up, it's peaking, or if it drops. But this is something massive what's coming in, and it's really peaking. But as I'm being shown a grade what goes up and down, there's going to be a problem with the stock market, and there's going to be a massive, huge drop. And it's going to be quite devastating, actually. But then all of a sudden, and this has never been done before, all of a sudden it's going to shoot back up. And it's got a word. I don't know what it is, but everybody's talking about it across world news. So it shoots down like a crash, and then it shoots back up again. I don't know if it's within hours, a day, or a week. Hope it's not a week, but it shoots back up again. And it's like this switchover has been happening. Not everybody who's awake is going to see it the way it is, you know, that, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Everything's changing. And this is for our children's future. But nothing is black and white, guys. Absolutely nothing is black and white. There's no good side. There's no bad side. And I do believe that we are going to witness a lot of stuff to come out to do with around the Republican Party. I'm telling you. Watch this space. What else am I getting? I'm getting Rudy Giuliani. And I'm seeing also investigations. It's just good. I feel new cases are going to open up old cases. And how there's a race to the finishing line on both parties. In the end, right at the end, the truth always comes out in the end, but right at the end, there's something to do with the past case, which is going to just open a can of worms, basically. So time is fluid, guys. Remember, I've said this for a long, long time. Okay, that the corruption, what was around Trump, and people are going to say, oh, you haven't said that, but you know, you need to follow us on Twitch and look back at my old videos that I've been doing over the last year. The corruption that was around him, it's just like Spaghetti Junction. Load of backstabbers around him as well. You need to watch for this coming out. There's no right side or wrong side. It's just a mess. And it's all going to start to unravel. You need to watch for this, guys. I just want to send peace and love and blessings out to each and every one of you. And please take care around festivals. I don't know if it's to do with any festivals coming up. We could have, could be Pride, yeah? And not just to do with the UK. It could be, I think we have ours in the June. It could be to do with in New York, anywhere, you know. Just take care. And I'm still sending healing and protection out there to all the schools in the United States of America. It's going to get, it's going to take a little while to sort out. It really, really is. But by God, you need to hold on to your hats, guys, for what's coming out this week. You really, really do. I'm also getting the 27th and the 28th. So there's going to be some sort of event. I can't put my finger on what it is. And it involves smoke and fire. But I'm seeing water. And I'm getting the sea. But I'm also seeing a big, huge, tall building. And there's also, I'm being shown big news with a golden tower. But the corker of the corker is that you need to watch for this woman coming into play. I've been seeing this for the last couple of weeks. Like the lady in the Matrix with the red dress. It's as if it's a plant. And she's going to reveal stuff which is shocking. But then it's going to backfire. I don't know what side she's on, but I feel you need to watch for this woman. The woman in the red dress. Now, I don't know if it's literal she's wearing a red dress, but she's sort of taken the stage and she's all over world news, and also to do with a guy with dark hair as well. And that could be something what's coming up over this next week or so to do with this investigation. It's huge, guys. It's massive. And 3 men will take a stand. And it's I'm telling you now, this is bigger than Watergate. I want to send healing, blessings, protection to each and every one of you. And with our home country, I feel we've got Boris for a bit longer. I really, really do. It'll be a while before we go Labour Britain again. But the guy, I can't think what he's called, is that Indian looking chap. It's possible he could end up being the next Prime Minister of the UK, but I'll leave that one for another time. We're in the eye of the storm, guys, and we need to stand strong. Use your crystals, get into your salt baths. If you live in a hot climate, get into your salt scrubs for your showers. Try and be around nature. Look after you. But I do believe it's going to get very heated. You're going to need your popcorn, guys. I'm telling you that now. You think you are glued with this musk and amber thing. I think, like I've said, I've been saying this for a while, everything's going to be happening all at once and you're going to be going from one screen to another. This is the year, guys. Take care. God bless. And may the force all be with you all. And I'll be back on in a bit. And one more thing I need to say. What comes out in Australia is going to lead the way for New Earth. And into the future, there's going to be different segments of Australia. But I do know that my Australian friends will be okay. Trade's a problem. The food industry is going to change. And also gas. We need to prep. We need to get electric fires in. If you've got old people, young children, we need to think ahead, but not panic, because we are all protected. Each and every one of us are protected. Expect huge news, guys. And I'll see you all soon. Watch for the woman in the red dress. May the force all be with you all. Goodbye now. I bless the rains down in Africa. Yeah. Where am I? I think I'm stuck on end screen. Guys, I need to stop doing this hassle travelling. I keep getting stuck in the cloud. But anyway, I'm stuck on my end screen. So don't forget, subscribe to my channel and press the bell for new updates. Us fairies, you know, we're always getting up to mischief. See you all soon. Bye now.